2024. It is 2024, a new year.
DJ Jekyll 6'5".
I'm dead from a fucking grenade, bro. Literally all they need to do in this series is get rid. That's a look. I couldn't see his fucking. That's what I'm telling you, bro. That right there is what I'm fucking talking about with these fucking operator skins. My teammate does not have a fucking name over it, so I'm wasting my fucking time shooting bullets at him, and then finally it shows that he's a fucking teammate. That's what I'm talking about. Get fucking rid of the operators. God damn.
So he says he can't tell who's on his team and who's not. But right now he's shooting at somebody. And the crosshairs turn red when he hits it because that's an enemy. When you shoot your teammates, it doesn't turn red when you hit them. And the controller makes a different vibration. Maybe he's using a PC, so I don't know. Maybe the PC should have some kind of vibe. Maybe it's not Activision's fault. Maybe it's Logitech or something. It's the mouse fault because we can't. He said it's 2024.
All this greed that you're trying to. It's 2024. It is 2024. A new year. Time to start switching this game around.
And new year and to 2024, you can't take responsibility for your action. It's got to be someone else. And even though, so he can't tell who's on his teammate. He's been doing a big old rant about that. It's clearly kind of frustrating. Like I said, I'm new and I asked for advice, and this is the advice I got, is to, I guess, blame Activision. Okay. Now, on the left side, there's a little blue dot over the teammate, and then there's a name. And last January, okay, a whole year ago, I was having some internet difficulties, and I wanted to blame the game that I was playing, but it turns out that it was an internet issue with things not appearing right, because Activision made the game. They don't provide your internet service. And when I wasn't playing Call of Duty, so I wasn't blaming Activision, not because they're not at fault, that they might have been, but I was playing Fallout, and it turns out that the issue I was having with my internet was causing things not to display. If I'd have blamed the game, I never would have got this issue resolved. Or maybe we should make them spoon feed us. I'm not sure, but I think that's what he's getting at. Bear with me. I'm not sure if that's what he's trying to say or if he's not getting it out, but I think he wants his kills spoon fed to him, and I think that seems logical. Do you guys think that's logical? Anyways, so the guy on here on his left, from what I'm noticing is when your teammates are shooting, they're shooting away from you. And I've noticed that the other team, the bad guys, we're going to call them bad guys for this conversation, because they're just people, they're players. We're playing a game. It's make believe. They're not really bad people, But when they shoot, they seem to be shooting your direction, the opposite. And I'm wondering if there's some kind of correlation with that everyone on my team is going to shoot away from their own team. I think that might be a general thing, and I could be wrong. And then on the flip side of the coin, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to shoot away. And if they're shooting away, then they're going to be shooting who they perceive to be the bad guys, which would be, from what we're looking at, the other team. So at this point, what we're looking at, we're the bad guys. So they're going to be shooting at us, and we think they're the bad guys, so we're going to be shooting at them. So I think that's why our team is shooting that way, or his team is shooting that way, and the other team is shooting towards. I think there's something. To that. Now he says the issue is the skin costing money, and we're going to go over that better throughout this video.
The operator skins have to get out of the game. How about you make it to where you can maybe get them in game by doing something?
But he says everyone looks the same. Now, he's shooting at somebody, and this is where the confusion is. I know I just said they shoot away, but now he's got a teammate shooting at him. Like, why is his teammate shooting at him? You know, but if we look closer, there's a guy in the middle, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just maybe it's just a coincidence that there's a guy in the middle, but the guy in the middle has a cape and a red thing over his head, and I'm wondering if that would make him the bad guy. It seems like the people on your team are blue, and the people on the other team are red. And like I said, I haven't played Call of Duty, but when we played Halo, it was always blue versus red. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but the guy in the middle has a cape on. His teammate doesn't. But he said though that everyone's wearing the same skin, and I'm like, and I have LASIK. Maybe I need to get rid of my LASIK and wear glasses. Is that the issue? That maybe we should all. That's what we gotta do. We gotta blame Activision for not supplying glasses. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna cut this part. Well, hold on. Yes, this is what I was talking about. They need to issue glasses. See, these little 3D glasses. Oh, here we get some light. Yes, they should. They should be issuing these kind of glasses. That's Activision's fault for not. This will help you. Maybe that's what he's talking about, that we need glasses. He said that in the beginning. That's got to be what he's talking about. See, and then here's the other part that I was mentioning earlier. Maybe, again, like I said, he needs these glasses. When he's shooting a person, the crosshairs are turning red. Does that mean anything? And then it makes like a sound of like glass breaking whenever you hit the enemy. I don't know if he can't hear it because I know he's got his hoodie on and he's got headphones on over it. I'm wondering if that might not be a problem, but the rule is we gotta blame Activision. I don't like I said, I'm new to this game. I don't know how to blame Activision for that one. If you guys know how to blame that he can't hear the sound, how that would be Activision's. Let me know how to complain about that. And so, like right here, I'm assuming his internet's working better. The other enemy, the bad guy, it's a female operator, and there's a red dot over it. Now I can't read the name, but there's a red dot, so that should be the enemy. That's the one we just showed with the crosshair. But it's Lara Croft. He says everyone's wearing but this one says Lara Croft. But the other enemy had a cape. I see a difference, but maybe again, like I said, maybe he needs these glasses to see the difference. But like I said, I have LASIK, so maybe that's, again, I don't know. I'm no optometrist or anything like that. That's interesting. Yeah, and what I find interesting is because he says he doesn't know, who's on his team and who's not. But especially in the map that he's on, this is war mode, which, in my humble opinion, as a new player, it's only a mode to help you feel good, make you think you're a better player, and it's a good way to rank up your guns because it's kind of easier to get kills. But you see right here, yeah, you guys can see my mouse. You see, like right here, there's a barrier. And that means that him and his team can't cross that. That's the enemy side. So I'm just a wild guess here. Bear with me. A wild guess is that the enemy is going to be over here. And his team can't go over here. And also I know that the enemy can't come too close over to where you are. Kind of a little bit of a barrier. So I would just hypothetically guess that if someone is over here, man, I mean, that's got to be the enemy, right? I mean, like I said, I'm new. If you guys could help me out with that, that would be great. I think the enemy would come from here because that's where they're going to spawn. Like, here's the map up here. They're going to spawn over there, and his teammates, they're going to spawn on this side of the map. They're going to come this way. So if people are coming from your right side, gosh, it should be safe, right? That it's safe to think that this is your teammates coming from right, because that's where your spawn is. Doesn't that make sense, right? That they're gonna come from the direction of the spawn. You know, I don't know if it's like he doesn't have an awareness to the game, because like I said, I'm new, so typically the other games I've played on the map, there's boundaries and you can't go outside the map. Again, I don't know if Call of Duty has that problem or that scenario. So maybe the map is bigger and they're able to go around and flank. I don't. Maybe you guys could let me know because you guys play more. I haven't played Call of Duty. Like I said, I'm new. So he suggested that Activision should do something because I guess every year that games have been coming out and manufacturers and developers have been making games, they've never thought about doing this because it wasn't 2024. And that's a big important. It's 2024. He keeps pointing that out.
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
So it's 2024. So I guess all the years before they weren't allowed to do changes or come up with ideas, but now it's 2024. Now they can come up with idea, and I'm kind of curious on what they could do to help us distinguish between the good guys and the bad guys, and who's on your team and who's not on your team. You know, maybe like some markers. You know, and again, I played Halo. I like the blue versus red. I'm wondering if they could maybe adopt that blue, that your teammates are blue. And I'm kind of curious because I noticed though in his game that everyone on his team has a blue dot. See, like this guy right here has a blue dot, and I can't read the name, but there's a name. It's a blue dot. And I would say like that would be my teammate, but again, like I said, I'm new. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there's another blue dot way over here in the distance. Now, I'm like, is that some kind of a camera flare? Because I would like think that would be his teammate. And it shows the whole time. So if his internet's working better, that shows. And then there's another blue dot right here, which means that there's a person around this building that's on his team. And if you look on the map, up here in the corner of the map, there's a tank. Well, over here, there's a tank. And it looks like that possibly his teammate's next to the tank. And I got to ask myself, why would you be next to the tank? And if I understand the concept of this game, is you need to halt the tank. But again, they should tell you that you're supposed to halt the tank. But over here, it says halt. It says halt. I don't know if that's just some weird phenomenon, because, you know, I want to put the two to two together that they're halting the tank, but it should say halt the tank then. But I see that it says it, but this game came out, like I said, before 2024, so they wouldn't be able to have done that until 2024.
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
That's the big thing that he says.
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
All right, well, let's move on. Like I said, blue dot there, blue dot there. There's even a blue dot there. And I was like, gosh, I need more confirmation. Maybe in 2024, I don't know, hypothetically, just throwing thoughts out there. Bear with me. If they could maybe put these blue dots on the map, on the mini map. And I see on his mini map, there's a blue dot here between the vehicle and the other bus. There's a vehicle here, there's a bus, and there's a person there with the blue dot. Is that a correlation? Are we allowed to put 2 to 2? No, I'm not Activision, and I'm not the one complaining. And I've had thoughts before 2024. I guess
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
The thoughts didn't exist before 2024. Okay, well, let's move on. And then there's another blue dot over here. And then that blue dot, I want to say, I'm a believer. It corresponds with the other blue dot right here on the mini map. And then again, it says here, see, I never noticed this before, and I've been playing War Mode for quite a while, and I never noticed, because like I said, I don't I don't use these. I have LASIK, and I think I should have been because I have these now in my hand. Maybe I don't even have to have it on. Maybe the fact that I have it in my hand, because I can see here it also says halt. So it says halt there, and it says, whoa, wait a minute, what was that? I just saw. Did you guys just see that? I moved my mouse from here to here. We'll go slow. As I'm traveling the mouse, my eyes are following the mouse. I feel like a cat. Okay, and now here there's a tank, and there's a path. So when the tank gets here, that's the finish for. So these three must all go together because it says halt. 3 minutes. Stop enemy tank from entering the facility. So it says it there. Why does it say it there? Because this is 2024 and this game came out before that, so they wouldn't have thought of
2024. It is 2024, a new year.
Coming up with an idea like, would this help the community? I wonder if this would help the community if they actually put this in where it says stop the tank. And then here it shows how close the tank is getting to your facility. So you don't want the tank to get to here. And this kind of illustrates that, doesn't it? I mean, maybe I'm just seeing things. It's early in the morning, but then you got the tank here. Let me know what you guys think about that part. That's interesting. So we're going to let this part play out because this is when he says 2024. And he's also going to talk about that removing the operators. Now, here's what I find interesting because you're the player. I don't know you if you play this game, but if I play the game, I'm considered an operator. So if you remove all the operators, that would be how Activision could help you win the game, because if I'm the only one in the match, I would win by default. And again, I think that's what he was trying to say, that he's a little baby and needs to be spoon-fed. I think that's what he wants. He wants to get spoon-fed. And see here on the right, you can see his teammates on fire. I don't see any enemies on. Gosh, that's just weird. Okay, so let's just play this part out where he talks about 2024 and removing the skins.
Understand something here.
Okay.
Every fucking day.
Every day,
deal
yeah.
with this bullshit.
Clearly there's a problem.
Not one time. I've said this already. This needs to change. Activision, get fucking over all this greed that you're trying to. It's 2024. It is 2024. A new year. Time to start switching this game around and making it how it's supposed to be. There is no reason why I should be confused on who's on my team in core playlists. There should be zero reason. There is no excuse. One, I don't know why the fuck his name is not showing up on him when he's laying down stationary playing like a shitter. I have no idea why I cannot tell he's on my team. I feel like the majority of us agree with this. The operator skins have to get out of the game. It's not Call of Duty. How about you make it to where you can maybe get them in game by doing something?
Bingo. Yahtzee. Okay. So there you go. This blows the whole argument out of the water. So the problem is he can't tell who the other team is, and that's because you can buy skins in the game. But if you take those skins and make it free, whether you gotta do challenges or what, but it's still free. If I don't have to spend money on it, and I get the skins for free, then somehow magically you don't need these glasses anymore. And if the skins are free, then all of a sudden you'll be able to tell who's on your team and who's not. And I find that, and is that how we're gonna solve this? By making it free? That's magically gonna, because, and I've played other games, and usually, typically, the bad guy is the one shooting at you. Because the bad guy's gonna try to kill you. So if he's shooting at you, I think it'd be safe to say that that he's the enemy. I'm wondering can we use that logic in this? Because his team is all shooting that way. Are they shooting at the enemy? And the enemy is all shooting this way. So if they're shooting at you, maybe the one shooting at you is the enemy. Is there a correlation to that? I'm kind of curious about that.
I'm dead from a fucking grenade, bro. Literally all they need to do in this series is get rid.
Okay. So grenades kill. Now my question to this guy who's giving out some really great advice, Rick, because before 2024 they couldn't come up with ideas, but
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
before 2024, since grenades were invented, even in real life, grenades explode and they cause bodily damage and they kill. So when the grenade landed next to him, what did he think that was in a grenade's a throwable object? And sometimes, you can use a 40 mic. What did he think the grenade was supposed to do? And he's also complained about flashbangs and stun grenades. What does he think that they're supposed to do? Maybe there'd be a way to counteract it. So now that it's 2024,
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
Maybe Activision needs to come up with a way to have like a perk system where you can change like an EDO or EDM suit where when you get hit by that stuff, you're less affected by explosions, flashbangs, grenades, EMPs don't affect you as bad. Maybe that should... Wait, no, that is in the game. But again, it was before 2024, so you would be able to use it. Maybe that was...
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
But it is in the game. That's interesting. And then also here, I see the blue dot, but he said he didn't. But again, the whole time on the mini-map, I can tell you right here that this is their spawn location. The enemy's not going to spawn in your spawn, and there's a blue dot to his right, which correlates with this player here. So I don't know if, since he doesn't have these glasses on, if he can't see the blue dot, and then to the left of him, there's a blue dot, and then to the left of that, there's more blue dots. And he's complaining about this guy shooting in this direction, but there's a bad guy right here, because he's in red. That's how I would assume he was, but again, I don't play this game. So my best guess is, gosh, this guy's not only shooting at the enemy, but he's doing what's called suppressive fire. I've heard of this, but again, before 2024, so, Activision needs to come out with suppressive fire differently now that it's 2024. It's a new year, I guess. That doesn't make sense. But this player is doing suppressive fire, keeping the enemy at bay and keeping them back. Also, since he's shooting at the enemy, Rick could maybe rely on his team and go, well, if they're shooting here, maybe I should shoot in this direction and on this map, because on the other side of this wall is no man's land. There's nothing over there. This is because you can see on the map there's a barrier. This is the wall. Nothing exists on the other side of that wall for the game. So there's no way with the rules of the game that enemies are going to come from there. And so we can go with that because, again, it's 2024.
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
Maybe we know that the enemies are going to come from this direction, and there is one there. So that kind of proves what I'm saying. So if he's going to shoot that direction, maybe I had to shoot that direction because it's not really spray and pray. It's more of suppressive fire. You're giving your teammate cover. You're trying to shoot the enemy, but if you can't see them, you're just shooting bullets, because on the other side, when they hear bullets come by, they're not going to stick their head out. So as long as they're not sticking their head out, that gives you the upper hand, because you can keep them in that corner, which is like way over here, and allow these 3 or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 players to flank them and go around, so that while you're shooting here, they can't come this way. They're going to go back in that corner. When your team flanks them, they're going to get them all bottlenecked, and then they're going to wipe the floor with them and eradicate the whole team. I think that's what his team's trying to do. So I don't know if these glasses would help him with, like, I don't know, awareness of the game. I think that if that would help, you guys tell me, like, do we just need to get spoon-fed, or are we allowed to have some sort of, like, Gee, I don't know. Awareness. Wow, that was incredible, unbelievable information, you know. Sorry it took like so long. Thank you guys for bear with me. Bear with it. I can't even thanks for bear with yeah, thanks for watching. How about that? We'll keep it simple. But I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any solutions and thoughts on how to know if someone's on your team or on the other team, how to know if the person is an enemy, how to know if they're hurting you and trying to shoot at you, if that's enough justification to categorize that and label them as an enemy, because I know we live in a world we're not supposed to stereotype or label people, but this is a game. Can we do it in a game at least? I don't know. Just let me know. 'Cause like I said, I'm really new to this game. I appreciate the comments I've been getting on my other videos about Call of Duty. I really appreciate it. If we can blame Activision, let me know how we can do that. Let's get the word out so that they can make a better game because, of course, it is 2024.
2024. It is 2024. A new year.
So let's make the game better. You know, the best ever. Let's bring back Call of Duty. Let's make it great again.
Darkness, are you listening? I can feel your pulse again, creeping through the rhythm of